Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Derek Baxter, and I'd like to talk to you tonight about connecting art and business together. It's it's a bit of an interesting sell in a way. At least I think so. I've a long time ago I actually went to college for the purpose of going to get an art degree, and one of the things I thought I'd be able to do in doing so would be to maybe use my art degree, my art talent, if you would have called it that at the time, to make promotional materials of all sorts for maybe a new game or a new book or movie or something. Now, in today's world, yeah, that's still a thing, but most people use, say, Photoshop or whatnot, and I'm a little bit more older fashioned in that I haven't adapted to these and still use paper and pencil instead. It's a dying art form, I think, in a way, because everyone prefers the tech, but that's not really relevant here now, is it? Now, the point and of combining art and business like that, connecting them together, is to use the artwork to promote the business or promote some facet of it. You want you want to make like a big splash image that really catches people's attention, talks about a talks about the product or the company very well, very quickly, communicating the detail it needs to express why someone would want to buy the object or visit the company or invest in it or what have you. Now, an example of that would be, say, the like the animated intros you see for certain game company logos and whatnot on video games and in YouTube videos and everything of that nature. The the image, those little videos, those little 2 3 second videos tend to get everyone's attention, tend to make them go, oh, so that's who worked on this. Now, most of the time, individual artists don't get that kind of recognition, but the fact they work for these companies still kind of helps them build their own brand a little bit too if they wish to. Now, I'll say right this minute that not everyone who works independently is a success. They have moments where they're grand, other times where they're forgotten for years at a time. I need to edit that out. But anyway, they have a tendency to use their skills to promote, yes, like a novel or a movie. That's where we get the little images on in theaters, like the big old posters. Actually, little images. I'm underselling that a little bit, but the posters on there have a tendency to really catch your attention and make you think, do I want to see that movie or do I not? And that depends entirely on what the artist is communicating with that poster. Some simple images, like just the name of the movie on a simple background that's maybe 2 or 3 colors, give it a more mysterious feel that make you go, what is going on with that? And depending on the movie, it suits it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Same goes for like the big blockbuster movies with their action loaded sort of movie posters that kind of look like a testosterone party. In all honesty, but in any event, that's just another example of combining how connecting art and business really work. So there are there are other ways to do it. I mean, sometimes the art itself is the business, and that can actually work out very well for independent artists. It's one of the best ways it does work for them, because that's the only way they can promote their own brand or create their own thing. There was a you in well, here's an example of that. I want to think because a few years ago there was this surprising blockbuster of a game, and it was made in a sort of old-fashioned 8 to 16-bit kind of way. for the computer, for the PC, that was called Undertale, and it was made by one dude with a few odds and ends kicked in from maybe one or two other people. And the video game was this guy's art. He did the music and the characters, like the pixel designs and everything in it, and it was actually an amazing thing. He ended up just skyrocketing into like mainstream fame almost because of this one game. And he'd been known for a few years before for a like a mod that he made for a different video game from years upon years earlier.